Maybe it's just one of those things that we're supposed to gift people, like, to get the most out of it.
Well, wine is worth a lot as a gift, if I remember right. Or it may just be a very universal gift. But yeah, see, what does the wine have for stats?
It just says 50 plus energy and
Oh shit, we need to put down scarecrows. Get away.
plus 20 health. Oh yeah, shit.
Okay, 50 energy and 20 health?
That's not that great compared to some of the other stuff we have.
It's significantly better than the blackberries alone, but yeah.
Maybe it's better just to be used as a gift.
Well, actually, you know what I'm betting this is? You can age wine.
Really? Like, in this game?
Yeah, in this game you can age wine.
So you
It's
have
one
an
of the
incentive
things-
to actually hang on to it, then.
Yeah, well, you have a thing where you can basically, at the end of the... When you get to, like, the final house upgrade, you can get a bunch of casks down in the basement, which you can use to age things. Oh, shit. The blueberry jazzes do not stack.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I didn't buy too many of those, at least, so...
I'll come pick the rest in just a second. I just gotta dump these. That's just weird. These secret notes are getting to be kind of a pain, too.
But they're secret.
And, you know, this is the one downside of this big a garden. The center of the garden is never going to be covered.
What do you mean get covered?
With, the scarecrows.
Oh, good point. Well, I was hoping that maybe since they're on the outside that would keep the crows from even getting into the middle. But
I can't get in there, Bob. There's a solid line of people around that place. Look at them. There's not a single break in the ranks. We slaughtered the moment we land.
Oh god, there's so many fucking animals.
Yeah. We also can sell them at some point if you'd prefer to have less. We just need them to start off with, you know, for certain things.
Yeah. It's tolerable. It's just, I mean, what else can I do until 9 o'clock anyways? Everything's closed, so it doesn't really hurt to...
I suppose,
Gives
but
you
just
something
keep in
to
mind.
do.
I remember my mother made it to like year 4 and all of a sudden was like, I hate these animals. I'm selling everything. But she had like enough money, it just didn't fucking matter.
Right.
Alright. We're getting a lot of apricots and cherries. That's good.
If you close the door to the barn before, like, say I close it right now, can they get back in
No, I don't think so.
at night? Also, they're stuck outside.
Yep.
Brutal.
Stay outside like the animals you are. I mean, literally.
Get out there. You don't belong in here.
You can read this. Come to secret woods. Please bring maple syrup. Alright.
Where's the secret? Oh, the secret woods is probably the hardwood area, I guess.
Yeah.
You read it like a caveman.
Well, it was written like that.
If you can read this.
It's like, maple syrup.
Like M-A-Y and then P-U-L-L.
Yeah, M-A-Y apostrophe P-U-L. Gonna wander around the maple syrup, I guess.
Yeah, we have it. May not have a
Yeah.
lot, but we have it.
I'll get a little bit. Ugh. Man.
That's another thing. I should probably get more of, just some more of those on some different trees since we've got so many of them.
Yeah, once we have trees, at least. Oh, hey, and I got a cutscene. Oh, what the hell? It's a bear.
Ugh.
My character's terrified.
Reasonable.
Bear
It's
does
fine.
not appear to be one to be me. Oh, the bear's talking. That smell. Come closer. Okay. If I get eaten, I'm sorry, but I was being a dumbass.
Okay.
Hey, it's not every day I get to speak to a human. Looks you got that little forest magic in you. Oh god, his face morphed. Got like an anthropomorphic face now. About my note. Did you bring the good stuff?
The
Yeah.
good stuff.
There you go, man. Be cool? Whoa, that smell. It really is the sweet stuff. It's my favorite sauce. Makes me very happy. I'm not sure I feel totally down with this.
You are supplying for him.
You've made a friend today, Reiru. Okay, fuck it. I got the bears on our side. We are gonna fucking wreck this place. I've got something special I want to show you. He's moving slowly towards me.
Oh
A
god.
little uncomfortable and a little aroused.
You're dead.
The bear left you with his special knowledge. Salmon berries and blackberries are now worth 3 times the gold? Ooh. I wonder if
Shame
that
we're not
affects the
selling them.
products.
I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, if we were just selling the berries by themselves, then that would be great, but I don't...
Well, we might want to now, actually. I mean, this might mean it's now, like, makes sense to sell them.
I've just been using them to make jellies because I wanted to have stuff to give people for presents. But
Yeah.
we also may not even need to worry about that, since we're not really all trying to be that much social anyways.
Not yet, at least. But yeah, I'll sell one of the berries each today and see what we get for them. If it's a, significant amount now, maybe we stick with it.
Okay.
Also, we'll actually be harvesting more of them soon, I guess.
Yeah, I forgot when they came into season, but...
Yeah, I don't know exactly either. It's like a 3 or 4 day span.
Processed geodes. Crap. I don't know if there's much left out of these geodes that we can get as far as antiques for Gunter.
I think the drop tables actually improve as the game progresses, like as time goes by. Like some things become possible to pick up later. And there's also a lot of like rare items we can get. But yeah, I mean I think at this point it's probably worth still, breaking. There's nothing else we can do with them, I think, aside from sell them maybe. But yeah, we're certainly past like the gold rush point, where we can get like shit tons of stuff.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of stuff. I remember one time you turned in like 20 things in one instance.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Well, it doesn't say Gunter can tell you more about this at the museum for anything that I got. So I guess that means nothing I got is new.
Yep, you can always step in and talk to Gunter quickly to see if he tells you any of its of interest.
I think it's too late right now, but...
I'm chopping down all the new trees in the farm, except I'm going to leave one pine tree up at least, just in case you want to tap it.
I'm going to say there's one of them that we don't have a tap on. Is it that?
I think it's a pine tree, yeah. Let me go take a look. I'll leave that one there just in case. Oh wait, we actually had a bunch of pine trees around.
Ah, crap, I never put jam back in the jam makers, or the jelly makers, or whatever they're called. I don't know.
No, we actually do have one pine tree already tapped, so we don't need a second one. Fuck, I'll have to wait and make sure I don't cut down any other trees that are the right type.
What do we not have? We got an apricot? No, I got a maple and a pine. What's the other one? Oak?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Does oak? Can you even tap oak trees?
I'm pretty sure you can tap all 3. I think it's like oak resin. Which I don't think realistically is actually gained by tapping them in real life, but I think it's kind of like a game mechanic thing.
Hey, I got them all. Nice.
And the bunnies are out late.
Dropping off all the stuff. Man, that red chest has got all kinds of good things in it. Tired of it. Can't take it anymore. I'm getting tired of getting stuck on that thing.
That might have been a tree, though.
It's in a terrible spot.
Precious wood.
Okay.
Oh, I need to actually go check those berries.
There's still 3 people in town I haven't met yet.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Okay. I'll hop in bed.
Okie dokie. Early night. Still not making insane amounts of money, but... It hasn't rained in 4 weeks. The fields grow dry. Doesn't look like you have much to harvest today, from what I can tell. Just a couple of those jazz plants, or whatever the hell they're called, and maybe one... I don't know what this is. Something radish.
Yeah, still good. Let me just get a few more of these gold bars going. We should see if we can get the house upgraded sometime soon.
Yeah, we've been putting that off for a while.
Yeah, I think we were out of wood, maybe?
I can't remember what we were lacking, but yeah.
I'll go check with her today.
Question is, whose house is it going to be for, mine or yours?
It's absolutely for yours. I don't know if I can upgrade mine. I know yours has like 4 possible upgrades. And last one of which actually is probably the most weighty.
Pet the chickens, pet the cows, pet the rabbits, pet the ducks, pet the sheep, pet the goats. Just petting everything. Losing my mind. Dang, we got 3 duck eggs today. No, actually, we got 4 duck eggs today.
Huh. Guess they're all on the same cycle.
They synced up their...
Ovulation. Reminds me of a really weird... It's an old like RPG I played years ago. It was like one of the first that I ever played that had like voiced lines. Like, she's not here. What the hell? Maybe she'll come back. But I just remember this one particular thing when you're in this like underground cavern talking to this weird like... Not really an alien guy, but he's just a very clearly like non-human character with you as you're fighting these giant lizards. And you're like, oh, these things are horrible. I was like, yes, but they're delicious. You eat them? Oh god, that's disgusting. I suppose you prefer unfertilized chicken ovulations. Well, not when you put it that way. Yeah, fair point. Jesus, my friend has a lot of ideas.
Is that your Telegram notification?
Yeah.
Oof. I don't know how you have that set to a sound. That dropped me
I don't
crazy.
usually get that many messages, at least not ones this consistently. I feel like I wanted, like, all I want to use for dinner this entire weekend is going to be pizza. Just sounds tasty.
I like that idea, but I think I would also potentially get tired of pizza after, like, maybe 2 days in a row.
Well, that's all the days I'd be doing it.
Have you ever had sauerkraut?
What?
Have you ever had sauerkraut?
I think so. I don't know off the top of my head, actually. There's also a bunch of ore out here in the quarry area if you want to grab some cheap.
Okay, I'll come there in a minute. I'm not sure if, like, sauerkraut's not a very common thing, but I was just thinking, you brought up food, and I got to thinking about foods that I like that I just haven't had in a while, and that's definitely one of them. Hello, neighbor. We both live outside of town. Does that mean something? Is it supposed to mean something?
I do feel as if, like, there are a bunch of, like, foods from my childhood I'm kind of remembering that I could probably very easily make, and a lot of them were, I mean, we family kind of simple tastes in terms of what we tended to eat. But none of them were particularly, like, complicated recipes.
No, it's not simple. We eat out of the same golden glass bowl as you. Our caviar is from the same, bosom of the finest of fish.
Listen, I have simple tastes. Caviar on a plain bun.
That sounds disgusting.
The finest Pinot Noir in a plastic McDonald's cup.
I've heard that caviar is pretty nasty.
It's fish eggs, and what the hell? I don't get it. It's kind of like I admire the fact that, like, Japanese cooking is so, like, intricate and stuff, but I swear to God that at a certain point the Japanese were basically just like, okay, eating is clearly not fun enough. We need to make a challenge out of this.
Hey, you ever had raw squid?
At least raw squid apparently is tasty, but, like, sea urchin. Like, what about a sea urchin makes you even think it's edible? I mean, it's basically gritty sand inside of a shell of spikes.
Maybe they fell on, like, hard times and had to get creative.
Okay, maybe. Like, I mean, there's also, okay, the one group that could possibly beat the Japanese there are the Chinese. Like, they have some astounding stuff. Like, have you heard of 1,000-year eggs?
Actually, I think I have, but I couldn't even begin to tell you what... Are they like those eggs that they're, like, kept to rot for, like, a long time or something?
Yeah, it's that same kind of thing as, like, what do they call it? The stuff, the rotted shark and stuff like that.
Yeah, doesn't sound good.
Stuff. It's like it's a Norwegian dish. There's actually a really funny thing where they got one of the guys from the Top Gear and Gordon Ramsay they did like a cook-off, but they also had them, like, the start, they were trying out some different foods, and one of the ones they had them try out was that, like, rotted shark, and it literally made Gordon Ramsay puke. Like, took one bite and just hurled immediately the moment he tried to eat it. It just sounds astounding.
An acquired taste.
Seems like I'm not sure it's an acquired taste. I'm sure that's like a lack of taste. It just seems, again, like you're just trying to be difficult at that point. I mean, I know that, like, certain conditions, starvation. Like, I think this is one of the things. Like, there's a comedian I remember hearing who was talking about, like, if we actually had, like, a true emergency, I think most people would just die because they couldn't handle, like, having to actually sacrifice and do things that are hard. And as much as I'd like to think that I might have some survival instinct in me, I think the biggest problem I would have is, like, eating weird shit. Like, I mean, there was a whole, like, story I remember reading about one of the initial, like, American colonies that went downhill and they faced starvation. And the people literally dug up corpses and ate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in their mind it's like, okay, look, this person died, but that's still good meat. Especially the brain. And I'm just trying to think, like, I don't, even if it was, like, prepared nicely, I don't think I'd eat anything's brain. That just doesn't seem like, no.
You would have to not tell me it was the brain and, like, make it not look like a brain before I would eat it, probably.
Just a hint, that wasn't Jell-O. Okay, you need to not tell me what it was then. But I mean, I guess from like a nutritional standpoint, aside from prion disease and shit like that, brains are actually pretty good. Like, a lot of protein, a lot of good stuff in there, I guess. But I think there's a certain part of me that really would just go, I choose death.
Well, you're probably not the only one.
I know, but in some ways, like, who knows? Maybe under the right circumstances, I'd actually be like, no, I'm gonna survive this. But I just don't necessarily think so. I don't feel bad about that necessarily either, but...
No, I don't think you should.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious, like, where do you think you'd fall on that if you had to guess, at least? Because obviously, you know, reality is going to be a very different factor, but... Like, how much do you think... Like, what would you trust to your ability to kind of, like, adapt to shit like that?
I've actually given it some thought already, and I've come to the conclusion that if something like that ever happened, I would pretty much be screwed the moment something happened to one of my contacts, and I couldn't get a replacement contact.
How bad is your eyesight without them?
I'm like -7. Negative 7.5. I cannot see shit at all without my contacts or glasses, and I haven't had glasses in 10 years, so I don't have glasses. Yeah. Either way, the point remains that I would die because I wouldn't be able to see, and without sight, you are basically doomed to fail.
Survival does tend to favor people with eyes.
Yes, but assuming that nothing does happen to my contacts, because I'm renowned for keeping them in for about 6 months at a time sometimes, as crazy as that sounds, I'm guessing what would probably be the end of me... I don't think it would be starvation, because I don't eat a lot every day as it is, so I wouldn't need a lot of food to keep myself going, and I would probably be able to find and forage well enough. And I actually decently know how to kill an animal and to half-ass dress it enough to be able to eat it if I can cook it.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually a very useful skill that I don't think a lot of people would necessarily have. Like, I think I might be able to figure it out, but I think I would be... Like, I didn't want to dissect stuff in, like, science class. I think I'd probably be reluctant to start digging around in something's guts.
Oh, yeah, I mean, well, why wouldn't you be? Well, I guess some people probably wouldn't mind, but...
Yeah, despite what my RP profile states.
I mean, you work with a lot of people every day who probably wouldn't have a problem with...
I told you the bit about the guy, like, the 100 pieces and all that.
100 pieces?
I think it was 100 pieces. Yeah, some guy, kind of famous killer who's in right now, and I've actually got him in my unit, who was like a recent case where he like got in like a drug argument while he was high on meth and killed a guy, I guess in the same house as the guy's kids, and the kids didn't see it, but then like cut the guy's body up into like 100 pieces and like started driving around, like tossing them randomly around the state.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a good guy.
Didn't get away with it though, apparently.
Did not. Not super happy at the moment either.
Well, no, I guess he would be. He got caught. I need to deposit this coal. Thank you.
There you go. I'm just gonna go toss this dwarf helmet and stuff since we don't really need it. Along with a bunch of excess gems. I'm really hoping to get my combat skill up level 10 soon. I have the bear's knowledge. Do you have that? Okay, go into your stats for a second. Look under your skills. In your wallet, which things do you have in there?
A skull key and a rusty key. That's it.
So no magnifying lens and no bear's knowledge. Okay.
What's it say under your name, by the way?
I will... Let me hop out and look. Planter.
I'm a sod buster.
Sexy.
That used to be an insult back in, like, you know, the 1800s. Like, that would be like an insult to farmers. Like, you're just a sod buster, you know?
I can see that.
All
Oh,
right.
it also reminds me that stupid podcast to listen to. They were talking about